It is time now for all things current in California politics. I'm joined now by the editor-in-chief of Capital Weekly publication, Rich Ehisen. Rich, good to have you back here. So in terms of the governor signing bills, are there one or two on his desk of note that you're interested in that he will sign? What about ones that are of import that he won't?
Sure. Well, there's over 700 on his desk to consider. But I tell you that there's a couple that I think a wide swatch of people are really paying attention to. One is Senate Bill 41 by San Francisco Senator Scott Wiener, which would implement a lot of regulations on pharmacy benefit managers. This is a big one. I've been getting a ton of op-eds at the Weekly around this one. They are the go-betweens for health plans to negotiate drug prices with the big drug manufacturers. There's a large number of people that think they raise prices in California on prescription drugs and others that think they save money on these prices. So that's one that we're all watching very closely. Another one, Senate Bill 7, which would implement a lot of regulations on the use of artificial intelligence in the hiring and workplace environment. So people using facial recognition and a variety of other things like that as it comes to using artificial intelligence at work.
I'm glad you mentioned that. AI is this Wild West, and I don't know, I don't feel like it's regulated hardly. We have actresses now, AI, that may be taking jobs. AI used for medical, sure, right?
Sure.
It's really advancing things. What is the biggest negative you see, being in the business of publications, of AI being a negative for you?
I think one of the biggest ones right now is I think a lot of younger people are coming up not really learning how to write well, not learning how to do their own real legitimate research and investigative stuff. And so I know a lot of the teachers I know complain about, a lot of papers being turned in that are so clearly written by AI. They're trying to replace us too with AI all the time. That's one thing I can promise will never happen at Capital Weekly.
Oh, look at you. Okay, so in the race for governor of California, Toni Atkins has dropped out, saying there's no clear path forward. Probably a good move looking at the poll numbers, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Who might be next? Lenny Kunalakis out, Toni Atkins out. Who would be next Democrat-wise? Give me a couple of names that you might say should get out.
Well, I mean, Toni was polling at about 1%. I mean, if you're going to use that as a gauge, you have to look at Tony Thurmond, who's the state superintendent of public instruction. You have to look at Betty Yee, former state controller. They're both polling around 1%. I mean, we have others that are polling around 2 to 4%. Everyone's chasing Katie Porter to some extent right now. She's the only Dem that's in double digits. This will flesh out a little bit more after the beginning of the year. We get close to some of the deadlines. But yeah, I really see a very challenging time for Tony Thurmond and Betty Yee to stay in this much longer.
What about Villaraigosa? We've got his picture up there. Can he?
He's still in single digits too, though. I don't know. I mean, he's not gaining any traction in Southern California. That would you would think would be his stronghold.
Sure.
Again, the fewer people in, the more some of these numbers will move. So, I think once a few more people get out, you will start to see maybe Javier Becerra, maybe Villaraigosa. Ian Calderon just got in last. But we've talked about this before. Name recognition is really critical in a big race like this. And some of them, that's really the struggle, is the name recognition.
Well, that's how Arnold Schwarzenegger got elected.
Absolutely,
100% name recognition.
Absolutely it is.
Okay. Rich Eisen, thank you.
Sure.